So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. My name is Stephen Reese. We are here and we have another 2 hours to get through as we start this week, a week that will take us into a holiday weekend, which will be Indian Arrival Day. At the end of May, we're coming down to the end of May and into the mid-year review very soon. And then, of course, a few months later, we'll have another budget where we will see where the country is at and, what direction we're headed in, or we'll have an idea, right? But for now, we want to get into a couple of things that are popping, especially this protest action that took place yesterday. There has been a couple of things that have come out as it relates to the Joshua Samaru incident. Some very interesting things. Protest action took place yesterday outside the police admin building. I want to get your thoughts on this because this thing could be solved very easily, It just takes one person, a specific person, to hold a press conference. That is all. And just bring some clarity to the situation. However, because the matter ain't reached court yet. Right? And after listening to some of these protesters yesterday, there is a need for explanation because obviously they don't understand how things, they don't have a clear understanding of the law. They do not have a clear understanding of what the charge is. And when people don't have a clear understanding on things, expect chaos. Now listen to them yesterday, right? But we will get into all that in a little bit. Let's start with that in the headlines this morning. No, as a matter of fact, I won't start with that. I'll come back to that because after the break, we'll come back to that. So let me just read out some headlines, right? I'm just going to read out some quick headlines here because we have Eid-Nights at 7:35. We have 2 hours, and I want to get through as much as possible and get going with a conversation, all right? A little dialogue with the audience, with the population. Not a monologue, a dialogue. So, we're going to start the thing here. In the paper this morning, I don't want what trending. I want what's the latest headline. Oh, look at here. That is the headline. Ministry to launch road safety campaign soon. The Transport Ministry, which will very soon launch a road safety campaign, is also working on introducing a checkered band maxi taxi system providing regulated public transport to underserved rural communities. And the ministry is also speaking to the Education Ministry to add road safety to the school curriculum to educate people on the road safety at a young age. Listen, road safety is very simple, Don't speed and don't drive intoxicated. Once you do your regulations, fellas, right? And you do your driving test and you get your license, and you go through the proper way instead of buying a license. Don't buy a license either. Right? There are only 2 really general rules to road safety. Do not speed and do not drive drunk. We really need to launch a campaign to teach people that. But then again, when you look at the incidents on the road, right, for the last, 12 years? Because you have to include this period last year, you have to include the amount of accidents that we see on the road daily. Then again, well, I tell you, boy, listen. Stupid people need to stop getting a license. That may boil down to it. Stupid people just need to stop getting a license. Oh, and the third one, there are three. Right? Make sure your vehicle in proper working order. That's all. You carry a vehicle that get checked every when it's due. I had to check mine and see if mine due. Right? It must be up for service by now. No, I'm telling you, it must be up for service because, no, I carry it regularly. But it has been like every 3 months or every 4 months I carry it now. Just for the oil change and wherever. But sometimes I'm not traveling, I just lose check now. Right? So you ensure that your vehicle is in proper working order. Right? Functioning properly. So you don't have a defective vehicle on the road. You do not speed and you do not drive drunk. If you obey those three fundamental rules, guess what? Less people will lose their life on the road. I ain't going to go into the whole phone thing and all that. These are the three fundamental things. Right? Just pay attention on the road. Well, I for now. Pay attention. I keep coming up with things. But none of these things are things that you need to be a rocket scientist to figure out. These are common sense. These are logical things. Yeah, Lord Father. Yeah, well, I tell you. What else we have? I see that Vandana Mohit, I'm trying to get on the program. I'll see if I can get on the program after this weekend, to start June. When we start the month of June, from next week, we want to start, I'm trying to get some of these ministers to come through, chat with us, give you the opportunity to call them, talk to them, ask your questions, things like that. I want to start doing that, right? To get them on board to find out exactly what's going on, okay? I see Vandana Mohit says that the poverty line in Trinidad and Tobago has increased, and these higher figures for destitution and vulnerability acknowledge the painful reality that life has become more expensive for ordinary citizens. And she made the comment while delivering a statement on the review of the standard means test meant to strengthen protection for the poor and vulnerable, and the revised standard mean test will begin on June 1st. So all of that, I'll bring her in to talk about all of that, right? And the SEED program, the public assistance program, the general assistance programs, the food support program, all of these programs that fall under her ministry. Let's get some information out there to the people so they know what you have to do to qualify. Pension is a problem too. We have an issue with pension. Some people have reached out to me about their pension. I'll find out about that. I'll have her on. All right? I'm going to bring her on to talk. All right? Experts call for inclusive approach to Caribbean tourism. The Caribbean welcomed 35 million visitors in 2025, according to the Caribbean Tourism Organization, once again surpassing pre-pandemic levels. But did every visitor truly feel welcome in the region? That's the question that the executive director of Travel Unity, which is a non-profit organization, they're asking that question, and they're working to create a more diverse and inclusive travel industry. All right? Rathiram promises urgent repairs to Otaheite fishing facility. That would fall under the Ministry of Agriculture. Calls for peace amid anger in Goodwood child murder case. All right? So, that whole situation in Tobago with this 2-year-old child, that is a whole drama by itself. I see a UNC counselor, Anil Baliram, is on life support in the San Fernando Hospital. The opposition questions the Speaker's conduct after a ruling in the PAAC matter, the Public Accounts and Appropriation Committee. What's going on with John Bates and Al Rawi? Stepdad has been charged with Angelo's murder. So the stepfather has been charged. And these are seen that here. And you have to be careful, because X and I, we checked about 8 articles that they got wrong, And that is becoming the norm, All right. So let's be careful. 24-year-old Goodwood man has been charged with the murder of 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza, nearly 2 weeks after the toddler's disappearance triggered an island-wide search operation in Tobago. And listen, you see that, but when I think about that, anyhow, let me not say nothing. Let me not say it. I could say it, I could say something, but I'll hold my tongue on that one. You understand? A man could watch a 2-year-old child and kill a 2-year-old child and then dump the body in the sea. Well, I really wouldn't want to know what's going through my mind. You understand? Well, I really wouldn't want to know. I have no sympathy for them fellas and them. No? None. Anyway, those are some of the headlines in the paper. The real issue here is the Kaya Sealy story. For now, in this first hour, we'll get to some other stuff in the second hour. But we're going to take the break first, and we're going to come back and deal with the protest action. We will get your thoughts, because I was talking to some fellas, me and the fellas, I was on the block. So I went back down to the street, right? So I touched back down in my grassroots circle, and we talking over the weekend. And man just talking about, oh, she could have never do this and she could have never do that. I ain't putting my head on no block for nobody. That's just start with, because I ain't see all the evidence. Then there is a clear understanding that the general population does not understand, or they need clarity on certain things. How much information could be given, I cannot say, because there is most likely evidence that the TTPS will not put in the public space. So we are not privy to all the evidence that the DPP would have before him. However, I do not think that the DPP needs to expose all the evidence. That is for the court. The natural course of justice will take place. However, I think if the DPP, remember at the top of the show I said, it just takes one person just had to call a little press conference, and bring some calm to the situation or some understanding. And that is the Director of Public Prosecution, because it is the DPP that advised to charge. His advice would be based on whatever you have before him. Good? Which we don't know. Yet, everybody don't have a verdict. And unfortunately, we live in a society and in an era where 90% of the times in incidents like this, the TTPS will be demonized. The first finger to point is the police was wrong. Unfortunately, that is the era that we live in. Now, it is understandable why persons would take that position, because we know that there have been incidents in the TTPS that would have created a demise to public confidence. All right? And it is a long road back to trust and public confidence. And when you have situations like this, it overshadows the good things that might be happening in the organization. But nevertheless, the general population and their perception is the police is the bad guys. Right? To a certain extent. And that is unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. So, interestingly, the family of Joshua Samaru, in an article yesterday, gave a different take on the matter and an about turn. I'm going to read that article in its entirety because that article gives you the backstory that some of you might have forget. The same way all you forget that they found a gun. Because that's the thing, you know, they never find no gun, they never find no gun. I said, but they found a gun, it's in a report. I remember reading that. And when I was reading it at the time, you know what the population was saying? They plant it. That was the talk, that they plant a gun. The police plant a gun. Well, if it's either they plant a gun or they didn't find a gun, make up all your mind. Because I remember reading that a gun was recovered at the scene of the shooting. I remember reading that. Now, everybody is well within their rights to speculate as much as they want. I am not going on speculation because I remember reading that. It was a Newsday article. Newsday was still around. We were in the last drips of the Newsday. Okay? Around that time. And I specifically remember reading that. And I just don't know what to type up to find the article. Because when you type up Samaru, Joshua Samaru thing, only the recent stuff coming up. Right? I had to go real far back to find the first set of stories. And I didn't have time this weekend because I had fifth official business to deal with. We had the closing off for the English Premier League and the FPL League and thing, and, you know, but nevertheless. But that story that was in the paper yesterday gives you the entire backstory. Or remember the fellow named Dogla? Or remember that name? Dogla is the man they went to meet in Maloney. Right? I do a little refresher course when I was reading the article yesterday. But we'll get to that after the break. Let me just give you some information on a couple things before we actually go to the break. So we have the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited. If we could get that cracking. Yeah, man. Have you ever considered a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology? Then call the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited. And they are now enrolling for September 2026. You can WhatsApp them on 496-1111. So learn from the experts of 40 years in the field, train for a job in the fastest growing industry in the world, and they are registered with the Ministry of Education. So they are also registered with Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago. The ACTT for a gate-funded massage diploma. And they are also registered with the National Training Agency, the NTA, to teach a cosmetology level 2 CVQ. So call them now on 658-3907. Or like I said, WhatsApp them on 496-1111. And you can also visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. And we also want to remind you about Chef. Let me remind them about Chef, right? So Chef Shiraz, of course, the Culinary Academy and the course schedule there. You see all the dates and the different courses, they are listed. So all you need to do, they have courses running from the 23rd of May, which started weekend gone here. So that is already begun. So your next course is the 6th of June, right? All the way down to the 10th of August, there are courses. So all you need to do is call Chef or WhatsApp him on 3724639 or 7375097. All right, and the action takes place at Ramsing Plaza in Shogunas. So we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, I will get to those stories, the protests, your calls, your comments. If we have to go over into the next hour to take calls on this, we will, because I find people a little too antsy and for no reason. And I'll tell you why there is no reason to be all up in arms. We'll be back after this.
I'm every woman, evolving, unstoppable even when I need to recharge. That's why I choose iron that's gentle, fights fatigue, and keeps me strong.
Fine lines, subtle shifts. I support my skin from within to reduce wrinkles.
Hard work takes strength, so I fuel up to stay ready.
Now I'm growing someone new. What I take, she takes too. So I choose what supports her brain from the start.
Wellness looks different for all of us, and I'm not alone. Jameson, trusted by women through every stage and every change.
Yours truly, Sonny Bling, most random man on the planet, inviting you to a weekend of fun and entertainment as we say, thank you, David. This weekend, it's all about paying tribute to King David Rudder. June 6th and 7th. Remember the days. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, David. See you there.
Thank you, David.
Saturday, June 6th at Napa, Port of Spain. Sunday, June 7th at Sapa, San Fernando.
2 nights, 1 legend, countless unforgettable songs.
Celebrating King David in his presence and performing some of his many hits include Roger George, KV Charles, Chrison Joseph, Terry Lyons, Adrian Filbert, Irvin Alves, Chuck Gordon, and many more.
Legends need to be celebrated while they can still hear the applause.
MC Sonny Bling.
Tickets are only $250 and $300. Early bird tickets cost $50 less till the Saturday, May 23rd.
If stocks last, tickets available at IronEtickets.com.
At Crosby St. J.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Tagarigua, Athletes by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight. Tigomofton Main Road. Fellini Drugs, San Fernando.
Mirage Westside Supermarket in Arima.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, David.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
TT Bet Arena is your one-stop entertainment destination in Trinidad and Tobago. Bet on international sports with pre-game and live wagering, all with real-time odds. Enjoy live casino games, slot machines, plus American and English horse racing. With your phone or laptop, you can bet anytime, anywhere with fast, secure payments and TT dollars. Signing up is easy. Go to ttbetarena.com, create your free account, and make a deposit. Now you're ready for exciting entertainment and the chance to win extra cash or even a big jackpot. Visit us on Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook or on Milford Road in Crown Point, Tobago, where you can also watch and wager. To learn more, call or WhatsApp 494-0634 or 287-2128. TT Bet Arena, the #1 name in TNT for sports betting, casino games, and international horse racing.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. You need to fly down to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, so we're back. So let's get things cracking now, right? We're going to get things cracking and then we open the phone lines. So I like to put information out there, and then when you have all the information, all you can talk how much all you want, right? So the headline this morning in the paper, put up the headline, protesters denounce charges against Kaiya Sealy. Right? All right. That is the headline. Friends of Kaiya Sealy and her late partner Joshua Samaru staged another protest outside the police administration building yesterday, condemning the charges laid against Sealy, calling for a response from Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa, and demanding the resignation of the police commissioner. Okay. Let us, that's all we need. Just that first paragraph, right? Because we have some footage at the protest, which we will get to shortly. Now, people were asking questions, and some people were of the opinion that they did not find a gun at the scene, and they said a gun was never found at the scene. This is some of the information that people have. God alone knows where they got it from. I have the article. The Newsday, 1 and 2. Put up the headline for me on the Newsday 1. Outrage over police killing, CCTV shows victim with hands in the air. Sunday, 25th of January, 2026. All right? Put up Newsday 2, which is a paragraph from that article. The occupants, instead of choosing to surrender, chose to challenge my officers, and acting in accordance with the use of force policy, my officers responded likewise. That is what the Commissioner of Police said, and that next line, he said a gun and ammunition were found at the scene. I know I ain't going mad. Since Friday, you know, and whole weekend, it's still have people talking at, you know. But they never had a gun, they never find no gun. And I keep telling people, I remember reading that a gun and ammunition was found at the scene. Right? And even when you tell people that, their response is, well, they planned a gun. Now that we're clear on that, right, let me move that out of the way now. Right, let me move that out of the way. Could move that out of the way, Director? Right, probably next headline for me, which is the, no. I want the headline now with this, I'll tell you what it is, Sorry, The shocking reversal. Look at that headline. Right. So, nice. I'm going to open it up here now. Good. Shocking reversal. Joshua Samaru's family now backs the allegations against Kaya. Let's read. Just one day after Joshua Samaru's father, Christopher Samaru, told Guardian Media that he was shell-shocked and in disbelief that his daughter-in-law, Kaya Seeley, had been accused of killing his son, he has now made a stunning reversal. Samaru said his opinion changed after the family's attorney, Kristen Williams, who is well known, right, explained on Friday that the likely meaning of the charges to be, the likely meaning of the charges to be laid against Seeley. Samaru's sister, Christine, and father now believe the allegations put forward by the TTPS that Seeley was somehow involved in Joshua's killing. And this is what they go on to say. I've been informed that she's allegedly known to the TTPS in their system as Gangsta Barbie. I have to go with what I'm seeing. Until she's brought before the court, I just have to go with it. On Thursday, the TTPS announced that a directive from the DPP was handed down for a series of criminal charges to be laid in the matter, and that several warrants had been issued for the arrest of Seeley. Now, we ain't going on into all of that, because that repeats exactly what the charges are, right? Which we already know. So we're going on to, according to Christine, she developed suspicions about Kaya shortly after the shooting, but had been persuaded to drop them. This is what she said, and I'm quoting here from the article. Even when it first happened with my brother, I was hearing certain speculation about Kaya. I would have sent Kaya a picture. I don't know if you remember, there was a guy who was sending threats to the family and threats to Kaya to finish her off. I sent a picture of the guy. This person's alias is Douglas. I said to Kaya, can you please confirm whether this is the guy, Douglas, that you all went to check in Maloney before the shooting? Right? She said, no, that's not him. After that, this happened before the shooting. After that, she blocked me on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, everything. I sent it, the same picture, to someone who lines with Douglas and Kaya. They, the person and Douglas, lined together the night before the shooting. I said, can you please confirm if this is Douglas, whom Joshua went to check in Maloney? And he said, yes, that's him, right? This is the friend. So I wondered to myself, why is Kaya lying to me? I told my father and sister, they were saying to stop pushing that narrative, and honestly, I let it go. I let my gut feeling go. We didn't want to dwell on it because we were waiting for it to fizzle out and wait for it to come to light. This is what she said. Like Joshua Samaru's sister, right? Douglas is an American-born former member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force and is allegedly a 7 gang member located in Maloney Gardens. And on Instagram, he reportedly threatened Seeley and the close relatives of Joshua Samaru after the January 20 killing, claiming to be an active TTPS officer. His claims of being a TTPS officer could not be verified by Guardian Media Investigation Desk. Right? Now, we go down to Seeley's statement, Kaya Seeley's statement, right? According to police, the January 20 shooting began with a police chase in Maloney Gardens. Seeley, in a statement given to police in early February, said she and Samaru stopped in Maloney Gardens before school pickup for their child. She said Samaru stopped to speak with someone, and she heard him say, "Don't bother," to the person before reversing. And almost immediately, a marked police vehicle moved in front of the car. An officer exited the police vehicle with a firearm drawn. Joshua reversed away. I then observed the same young man who had approached our vehicle, presumably to speak with Joshua, enter the police vehicle, after which the police vehicle pursued us. She is saying now, or she said, quote, I was extremely frightened and pleaded with Joshua to stop because I was afraid he would crash. He continued driving and kept saying words to the effect of, "It's okay, don't worry." While turning onto our back street, the vehicle skidded and collided with a galvanized fence. Upon impact, I began screaming. Joshua said words to the effect of, "Okay, okay," and he lowered the driver's side window and put both his hands out the window. At that point, police officers began firing into the vehicle, the statement read. The distance between Maloney Gardens and St. Augustine is approximately 11 kilometers, meaning it would take, on average, between 12 and 20 minutes to drive. So between 12 and 20 minutes, they were in a car chase. They never stopped. They never pulled on the side of the highway. Nothing. The only reason why they stopped is because the car crashed. As far as we know from the footage, right? And from what she's saying. Good. Now, yesterday, there was some protest action outside the police administration building. Run me the protest on them now. Let's run me the protest on them back to back.
The barrel must roll. The barrel must roll.
9001. Another plea to the Prime Minister is to do what you can to allow for the Police Complaints Authority to operate independently in situations like this. Police should not be investigating themselves. Because when that happens, we end up in situations like this. When that happens, it is called for situations like this. So please, I am asking you, Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, address the nation first and foremost, and then do what you can to give the PCA more legal powers. Because we are sick and tired of the same things happening over and over and over. The next Kaya Silly could be you. The next Joshua Samaru could be you. Yep. Don't sit all high and mighty in your couch behind your phone and think, that has nothing to do with me. It could have something to do with you real soon, with the country we live in. Yep. So take this stand now, fight now, pay attention to the upcoming protests because it doesn't stop here. This is number 15 and we have 19 in total in the campaign. And when the 19 protests finish, that is not the end of our fight. We would, after the fact, we would know what we have to do afterwards. But we are hoping for some progress from this turnout here today. We are hoping that we could reach the conscience that may be still left in the minds of these evil demonic individuals. I say it plain. I don't know what I'm about to say anything. I don't try to be politically correct. If you have to send a defamation of character lawsuit to me, send it. It is murder. Clear, cold-blooded murder, caught on camera. Done by these police officers. And the commissioner is protecting them. Imagine that. Shame. This is unacceptable. Thank you.
Because at this point in time, I need a copy of the forensic report with a pencil and a highlighter to see if I come into the same conclusion because make it make sense. Injustice. My friend cannot stand up for herself, literally. Literally, because why? The car was riddled with bullets. Joshua was riddled with 19 bullets. 19 bullets. So my question is, which I'm not even supposed to be asking this question, but my question is, if it is the police are receiving fire from Kaya Sealy, why were all of their attention directed to Joshua Samaru? That's right. Question. My question is, if police were being shot at, do they not receive training when all they exit a vehicle is to take fire? Or to take cover, sorry. Is a set of movie thing from since that video comes straight down. One set of false news reports. We don't even know what to go from fact from fiction. Where's the gun? Where's the machine gun? 19 bullets. Come on, man. Well, at this point in time, insulting our intelligence is the least of it. What is running around in Trinidad and Tobago right now, my people, please wake up. We cannot do this by ourselves. We have to come together for what it is going on in our community. How it is, what is the reason of growing our children to be right and upstanding good human beings, to try to live the life a good way, to be respectful for those in authority. And those in authority have no respect for us. Those in authority have no regard for life. Those in authority, they don't care. So what is the point? Please tell me, where can we differentiate?
So those are the scenes outside police admin building yesterday. Let me just say this clearly. Kaya Sealy has not been found guilty of committing a crime. Neither has she been found innocent. Because the matter ain't reached the court yet. Right? So what we have is standard procedure in a process that is called the natural course of justice. Something happens, the police investigate, the police take the evidence and their report, and they take it to an office called the Director of Public Prosecution. Good? All of those organizations so far are independent. The Director of Public Prosecution looks at the evidence, checks the timeline, everything. And that's another thing too. I have to get somebody to explain how that process works. So that all in the field, they come and bring a report, they take a look and say, yeah, charge this one. It don't work like that. He has to go through the entire report. The police have to lay out the timeline of every single action that took place, things like that, before they come to a conclusion. Right? So whatever was presented to him was enough for him to say, charge this individual. Right? Causation is one of the charges that we know about because there are several arrest warrants that have been issued. But causation is one of the charges that we know has been laid out. A lot of people seem to not understand what the police is saying. They are not saying that she shot Joshua Samaru. People are going with that narrative. But how the police and them go say, she shoots the man? That is not what they're saying. It is unfortunate that we live in a country where clarity is not given, okay, on these issues, and it's left to fester, and people to believe what they want and the rum shop talk to take over. So listen carefully. This has nothing to do with her turning a gun and shooting Joshua Samaru. Nothing to do with that. Good? The reason why he would have about 19 bullets in him is because he would have been in front of her, or he would have used himself as a shield at some point. And if you watch back the video, right? I won't go back through the video and all that kind of thing for we don't need to go back to that, at least for now. Causation is where one person's action leads to an end result that could be fatal, right? So, in other words, the accusation here or the allegation here is that she fired a shot at the police. Good? By firing the shot at the police, caused the police to return fire, and Joshua Samaru was in the line of that fire and was killed. So her action of firing the shot led to the police returning fire and killing this individual. Causation. Simple. Right? I think we have do we have a clear understanding of that this morning? That is what the allegation is as it relates to the death of Joshua Samaru. Now, whether she fired a shot or not is yet to be established because the court will decide that. Okay? If I am not mistaken, residue was found behind the driver's seat. Right? If that is the case, well then a shot would have had to come from inside the vehicle. And if I'm sitting in the passenger seat and I'm going to fire, most likely I'm going to fire from a position of behind the driver's seat. Because that's where the gun will be placed, right? Now, we could sit down here and we could go through all kind of speculation talk. Okay? But what needs to be understood, we could go through the scenario 110 times. What needs to be understood here is that at this point in time, the only thing that has happened is that the DPP, based on the evidence presented to him, has given advice or directed the police to charge Kaya Seely. She has not reached the court yet to defend herself. And when they reach in court, it is either the evidence will stand or it will not. If it does not stand, well, guess what? That calls, now the TTPS is called into question. Now they're called into question. Now Guevara can run, duck, hide, create a narrative because you all had this evidence, you bring it to court and the evidence didn't stand up. Right? And she gets off and she's found innocent. She will have her day in court. So all of this action here that taken place, that ain't stopping the DPP from reversing his decision, The decision has already been made. She'll have a day in court. So all this protest, and I understand the reason for the protest. Of course, people feel pain, frustration with the process, and then everybody, there is a shock element to it too, because nobody was looking for that. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying the fact that this is so out of left field, so unexpected in terms of who the charges will be laid against, I will approach this cautiously. Right? So I am not here to presume the innocence of anybody or their guilt. That is for the court to decide. And everybody just needs to take a little step back and let the natural course of justice take its place. That's all. Talk done. And don't say that, well, you know the stupid narrative again about, this thing and the court and this one go thing and wherever. How 20 men, how the 20 men is 20 men? How I can't remember how much of them it was. How the men and them get off the case with Vindra Naipal Kuman? How police get charged, reach in court, and be found guilty. So the course of justice, it takes place, it happens. And you just have to trust that process. You might not have trust the police. If you don't want to trust the police, fine. But you ought to trust the process. Because if we cannot stand on that process, then all follow. Right? And I believe in that. The natural course of justice to take place. You get your day in court, either clear your name or you're found guilty. Talk done. It's that simple. So we go into the break. When we come back from the break, we take in calls straight up until Eden Nights. Let me get your thoughts and your comments. I just wanted to lay it out because I think after what I see going on over the weekend, this is not a morning for just putting something out there and they all call and talk. Because I fed up here all of the misinformation and the misunderstanding and everything that taken place over the weekend. Right? This morning is a morning for clarity and calm and good sense to prevail. So as we go to the break, let me just remind you about Keolic. So the Keolic range of products backed by science and over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, all made from the aged garlic extract. You have the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the circulation health, the green powder drink mix, and the probiotics. And you can pick up any one of these products at a pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more information, you can WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. Let me get the Scandal in Cedros there. This weekend, Scandal in Cedros returns to Cipriani College. They have 3 shows though, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that the Scandal in Cedros Friday show, that 29th of May show, the Friday, that is a fundraiser, all right? So go out and support. There will be hampers to give away and all sorts of different excitement going on, activities going on down there, giveaways and so on and so forth. So just go down, have a great time. This play has been running for the longest while with great success. It is one of the most hilarious plays that you will see for the entire season. Usually, they're already on to their second project. Right now, they're still on the first one. That is how hot this play is. Scandal in Cedros, Cipriani College. Hamper giveaways on Friday the 29th. It's a fundraiser show. And then you have the regular shows Saturday and Sunday. So, we will be back after this. Stay tuned. Breaking On continues. And we get your feedback when we return.
I'm every woman, evolving, unstoppable even when I need to recharge. That's why I choose iron that's gentle, fights fatigue, and keeps me strong.
Fine lines, subtle shifts. I support my skin from within to reduce wrinkles.
Hard work takes strength, so I fuel up to stay ready.
Now I'm growing someone new. What I take, she takes too. So I choose what supports her brain from the start.
Wellness looks different for all of us, and I'm not alone. Jameson, trusted by women through every stage and every change.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. Now, before we go further, and just before I open the phone lines, on Saturday, I had the opportunity to sit down for an exclusive interview with the Minister of Sport. Now, that interview is an hour and 13 minutes long. All right, he touched on many issues, all right, with the Ministry of Sport. So for those of you who want to know what type of work going on in the Ministry of Sport, we will have that interview for you on Friday in its entirety. All right? So look for that on Friday. We'll have to cut it up into about 3 parts, but we will have it for you on Friday. All right? But it was an eye-opening interview with the Minister of Sport, and one of the things that he mentioned in the interview was the process of applying for a grant, the many different departments that it have. Let me tell you something. That man explained that in a way where when you hear it, you will understand that, hey, things don't just happen just so in a ministry. All right? When you're talking about this one, this, and that one thing, that it doesn't happen like that. The process that he laid out is a very, very, very stringent, disciplined process, and it is a long process. That's why they ask you, when you're applying for grants and stuff, to apply like 3 months before, because the amount of different places had to go to come back. You'll hear it on Friday. All right? So Friday, we have that exclusive sit-down with Minister of Sport, Philip Watts. I want to thank him for giving me the opportunity to have that. It was supposed to be a 20-minute interview, and it ended up at 1 13 minutes. You know. All right, so you'll get that on Friday. Set Wyola board. Let me get that real quick. Yeah. Right, so we got Set's Set changing thing, boy. Set Wyo's Holistic Health Clinic, powered by nutritional therapy. So stop managing those diseases. You can reverse them naturally. And they specialize in reversing all different types of diseases, from cancer to cardiovascular diseases and more. And all you need to do is book an appointment today, book a consultation for the re-education session today by calling or WhatsApping 279-3935 or 761-1952. All right, that's Set Wyola board and the Holistic Health Clinic. All right, let's get to the phone lines. We have about 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes to take some calls on this whole situation here. 327-7400. Let's get cracking. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Stefan. Pleasant good morning.
Morning to you, my brother. Go ahead.
What do we do? What thing to say? That video was shown. Based on that video that was shown, even the opinion of what they see.
Right.
When Nana split 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
And what the people saw, right? And what the government is talking, and what I think the police is saying, it's two different things, you know. Because what the people see, I think, you know, what the eye see is something that you have to believe, you know.
Of course.
At no point in time during that that 1 minute or 2 minute delay, you see those people in the car shooting behind the police, you know. And this is why everybody upset, you know.
Understood.
Right? That is what have everybody upset, eh? And then if you listen to one of the protesters in a black jersey there, she was saying she have a problem with why the police investigated the police.
Right.
Right? Why the PCA, they ain't get the PCA enough powers so that the PCA should have been doing that investigation and not the police of the police investigated itself.
Okay.
You have a pleasant moment.
Yeah, man. No problem. I could agree with that to an extent. In terms of the PCA having more powers, I have no problem with that. I think that's a reasonable call. All right. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Morning, man on the ground here, Stefan.
Yeah, man on the ground. Go ahead.
Stefan, you could hear the pain these people are going through, but it kind of remind me of, you know, when they come out with this thing as saying Black Lives Matters or something, so right? Now, I hear she using some words towards the Prime Minister. I mean, I could be wrong, I could be right. I don't think the Prime Minister could really get up and say anything about it because here we're going on. The Police Complaint Association or the Police Complaint Authority, they just do the thing and investigate according to. Yeah, in an investigation, every day they just come across something different while they're investigating. But I mean, I don't know, this would not be the last killing, as they say. This would not be the last shooting of the police. But my point is, Stefan, if you're being chased by the police, why would you fire a shot? Unless the driver did it or the passenger did. Why did you fire a shot? And by the end of the day, Stefan, sometimes we just always say when you have to go by something, is hard to carry you. Stefan, it's kind of sad, it's kind of hard. It's hard for the family who go in through. But by the end of the day, the police will rule out how it's supposed to be. And on Friday night, it had a light passing through Trinidad, but apparently it passed you all into Tobago. I hear none of your callers go say anything about it. I know you have some intelligent callers that they see through mirrors, they see through water and things. So let me hear what's going on, Stefan. Have a blessed one, man.
All right, no problem. Yeah. He distracted me with that last comment, you know, because he said something there just now, you know. Calling on the Prime Minister to address the nation for what? It is not the Prime Minister that have to speak here. The Prime Minister is not privy to the evidence. The Prime Minister does not make the decision to charge. In any other country, right, or in a lot of countries, the DPP would have called a press conference and come to the press conference and say, listen, we understand that it has some confusion over a recent decision to direct the TTPS to charge Ms. Kaya Seeley in the Joshua Samaru incident. I have the evidence before me, I review the evidence, and I have to make a decision based on that evidence. And explain it. You don't have to say what the evidence is. That will be for the court to be laid in the court. But you should bring some clarity to the public as the DPP because it is a very controversial matter. Morning.
Hello, Mr. Stefan.
So the DPP is the one we had to hear from. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I found the initial article, and in that article, Ms. Seeley said what she had to say from when the vehicle sped up to when it crashed.
Yep.
And according to the article, the man who died, he decided to run, but he driving, and she tell him to stop. Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately, then men don't tell nothing. Don't tell nothing.
That's her version of the events. There's nobody
of the events.
It don't have anybody to contest that.
He only stopped because he crashed.
Correct.
If he didn't crash, we don't know where the car would end up. I have no idea, you have no idea.
Right.
Right? And so I'm going to end up stopping right by the camera. Now, the camera was rolling wrong after the shots came to note from the TPS and whoever.
Yep.
And even if they want to say that they plant a gun, the camera rolling all the time.
Correct.
So it had footage before and footage after, and I surely the DPP or you would ask for that footage.
That's right.
You understand? The DPP, you know, is alluded in the video, is a senior counsel. He are wrong years now.
He little troublesome when he ready, but all in all, you know.
No, well, the man is governed by the Constitution.
Correct.
That is, yeah, he is governed by the Constitution. The BP and the AG and so forth is governed by the Constitution as written in law. I don't know if he doesn't hold press conferences. He will argue his case in court. And the court will deal with that accordingly. That is all. You understand? But I don't know anybody on the face of the earth that could put head on a block for anybody. You understand? You could put head on a block for Jesus Christ. Yesterday was the beginning of Pentecost. It would be nice if the church had before I didn't speak for anyone was protesting. It would be a beautiful thing. Have a good morning.
Did anybody know, oh God, I know you just follow the thing right down, you know. Did anybody at the protest yesterday, was any member of Joshua Samaru's family there? Or was it just the friends and they of Sealy? I'm only asking that because based on the article that came out on Sunday morning, which I read, where they have made an about turn, and they said they're now leaning towards the allegations against her. I mean, if they didn't show up yesterday, well, morning. That's a whole nother story for a different day. Go ahead.
Morning. Morning, Safwan.
Yeah.
You see, I'm not going by the evidence that was shown on TV. I'm not going by hearsay. But that woman had to be real gangster to fire shot behind police. A mother who have a 2-year-old son. You understand what I'm saying? That woman had to be real gangster for she to fire behind police. She had to be out of this world for she to fire behind police. Not even gangsters doing that. You understand what I'm saying? And the second thing is, if police had body cams, the evidence would have been even clearer. Because a lack of body cams, we only going by hearsay, not what was shown no, by hearsay.
Yeah, but caller.
Yeah.
The body camera issue is an issue that we continue to talk about and we continue to call for. But the hearsay thing, right? Everybody going by what they see, right? Correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Correct.
There is audio on the clip. The clip is about 28 minutes long, the original footage. There are shots that rang off, but there is no way, I cannot establish by watching the clip where the first shot came from or who fired the first shot, because it does hear a shot and then shots, right? But while we're talking about hearsay, the DPP is not operating on hearsay. So obviously, in my mind, the DPP is privy to more information than the general public. And I do not think that he has that he is obligated to release any information to the general public. That is for the court.
Yeah, but my issue is that enough time, which is about 3 months since this incident happened, that about enough time to I'm not saying influence. I don't want to give nobody no bad perception, but we don't know what time when the DPP get these kind of information, or when you're privy to these kind of information. You understand what I'm saying? So
okay. Let me just suppose that against something else, right? Because we're having a dialogue. You said they had enough time, right?
Yeah.
In other words, they had enough time to doctor the evidence. That's what you're trying to say.
Correct, is right.
Right. This happened January 20th, right?
Correct.
February, March, April, and we're in May, coming on to the end of May. So about 4 months, we would say, right?
4 months.
Okay.
4 months.
You remember the Juman shooting?
Yeah.
In Caledonia there with the Tida?
Yes, I remember it. Right.
Several officers have been charged. You know that?
Yes.
That matter took That matter took 3 to 4 years. So what I'm saying is, they had 3 years in the Juman incident, but the police get charged. So to say that they had enough time, which is 4 months, to doctor evidence in this situation, we're talking 4 months to 3 years, if we make that comparison.
Yeah, but you have to understand, AI has been very prevalent in the last couple of years, right?
Well, we have different technology and so on and so forth now. We could use that argument here. We could have that conversation, but you know.
So since the last 3 years, the technology has changed drastically. You understand what I'm saying? So, as I say, public perception is going by what they see, but I telling you that woman had to be a real gangster for she to fire and leave she 2-year-old son.
Yeah. It takes a lot of fire behind the police, I'm telling you. No, people don't shoot behind the police just so.
Not just so.
Yeah.
She
All right.
She had to be on some kind of drug.
Well, we'll see. All right, thanks. Cause I remember Pitt, yeah man. I remember Pitt telling me that at a time when my vehicle was stolen, and we went up and we went up to track the phone up in Santa Cruz there, and I tell Pitt, I say, Pitt, my glass was up here, but boy, there's only 2 police I rolling with, no backup. I see one set of men, about 12 men by a corner. I seen a man, just see shadow on the man, but the man looking like the man, but I say, boy, let me take the chance. Next thing, them fellas and them open fire. And I get catching the back seat because I had to think about my safety too. Because me, I no bulletproof vest. The 2 police in the front have bulletproof vest and firearm. Me, I no bulletproof vest, no nothing. I just sit down in the back there. And I remember Pitt telling me, nah, Stefan, they don't work so. Them fellas will fire so. Them fellas are run before they shoot. So, you know, I'm just saying, you never know. Right? Morning. Like I took my precaution. I decided not to, you understand? Morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate the protesters for having such a, but I think it's a very a good protest. I mean, it wasn't violent in any manner, and it was a lot of passion, I mean, they expressed themselves and the questions in the way that they wanted, and I want to congratulate the police service for allowing them to have this say in the public domain as a democratic society should have.
But isn't that the beauty of democracy?
Well, that is one of the beauties. We have a lot
All right, there you have it. That's the beauty of democracy.
Not the whole, right, and I also want to thank the DPP for his professionalism once again, that even though the public sentiment might not be going in, but once the evidence is there before you and the police bring the evidence, and it's not a social media person or a political person, but the police bring evidence before you. And I thank you for explaining what it's called, what is it, causality or whatever? What is it?
Causation.
Causation, sorry. Sorry, I'm not a lawyer. So thank
Causation.
you for explaining that. And if that is the charge and one of the charges, and the person is guilty, innocent, they should have the day in court. And the DPP process
Natural course of justice.
The process of the DPP, as you said, we should give it a chance, and not only give it a chance, but understand we have to abide by that. And I've been saying that when Marlene McDonald get locked up, I say, let's go with the DPP. And when David Lee get locked up, I say, let's go with the evidence that the police have towards the DPP. But some of the people who saying, let's go with the DPP this time, you know, they're not so balanced thing. But I want to say something about police and fire.
It's either the evidence stands or it doesn't stand.
Right, but we cannot off the back foot like some people in Claxton B. They say David Lee innocent. How you could say that? How you could say David Lee innocent? You can't say that.
Well, the matter did go through a process and was dropped. Well, he won the matter, and then they come back again and they say, well, there's some new evidence, and well, okay, he'll have his day to defend himself again. That's all.
Right. And it's the police that came back with evidence, not they or some outer space.
Well,
secondly, I want to say something.
Natural
about,
course of
about-
justice.
about when you go for a firearm, or you go for FUL and you go for training, Stefan, they train you that if somebody fire at you and there's someone that could get injured and you firing back, Stefan, you are trained not to fire. And I'm talking about from a civilian point of view. If somebody firing at you and there's a woman in the background or in the foreground or a child or anybody who's not firing at you, you are to take cover. You are not to fire because there's somebody you could kill an innocent person. And as far as the police concerned, I believe the police in this country is very well trained. And they train to such extent, Stefan, that if they see a hand, and this is what it is doing training, that if they see a hand, they hold back. And if somebody firing at them, and there's another person who is not firing at them, they are also trained not to pull the trigger. They are trained to retreat and put themselves in safety. That is something they are trained to do, and the police in this country is not under-trained. We don't have under-trained police officers here.
All right.
And that is one of the things that people who know about firearms and who own firearms, and which is not the general population, they have a problem with how the police manages situation. And you say that the woman firing at you, but you seen a man there who you say not firing. The scene is 2 hands up in the air. Let's blaze down this car, man. That is totally wrong. And there's no justification in training for that action. And that is what the public is all up in arms about, and they should not be seen as okay, or they don't know what's going on and them kind of things. See, that is only aggravate people more. Not me, that is it. I can't afford to do that in my position. Thank you.
All right, no problem. I beg to differ, but nevertheless. Morning. I'll try to take a few more before I go to the break. So morning.
Yeah, morning. Okay, so first to begin, the law has no right or reason or duty to go and report to the general public in an actual case that's ongoing.
Exactly. But what I'm saying, but caller, just aware, what I'm saying is, remember I said the DPP could come forward and make a statement, you don't have to lay out the evidence, but he just needs to explain the law and the charge. That's it. Because I figured that is where a lot of the gray area is that causing confusion, what people don't understand, is how they could say, because people telling me that whole weekend, but how they go say she shoot him? I said, but they never said that.
Right, correct.
But go ahead.
The thing is, yeah. So they have people who are realizing in front they want to get FaceTime. When the camera pulled back, there was a certain individual who wasn't there. When the camera was in front of the crowd, he all of a sudden told himself in the middle of the frame, taking cover.
Yeah, that is this big clown here on TV there when delivers the yeah.
Yeah, so you
could call them, he's a clown. He's a political activist, he's a clown. He's one of the people who right now who have who has a file up, is Randall Mitchell representing he in the complaint with the whole landmark TT thing. He's one of the people keeping back 3,700 families from getting housing. Yeah, he's a clown. Go ahead.
Correct.
I don't hold my tongue. Go ahead.
Right. So now what everybody's seeing there in front of them, yes, is though the police shoot up the place and thing, but there's a saying in Trinidad, and it is unpublicized, but the public know. You do ever shoot at police and feel they go walk away. So we don't know what happened before. We don't know what took place 20 minutes before from Maloney today. Right? And result in that, we don't know.
We don't know.
There's plenty time.
We don't know if the DPP have footage of that. We don't know. And this is what I'm saying. There is just speculation amongst the public, but speculation could easily be dismissed by a simple statement.
Well, yeah, true. But it's up to the as Guevara already doing. He addressing the public. He's saying certain things that giving the public some knowledge of what's going on.
Right.
But there's only so much he could say.
Yeah.
Right? So leave it there, it will come out, the truth will come out. Let everybody run and get a FaceTime and thing now.
Of course,
Right?
yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he
But
come
the
out in
truth
the
will come
national colours like he's the biggest patriot. But that's a clowns, yes? Yeah, man.
All right, good one.
Cool. Yeah. When you had 624 murders in 2024, you didn't see him at all. Morning.
Morning,
Set a idiot
Well-
out here that's all over the place looking for attention. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I hear about the Chef Culinary School of Cooking. Well, I see like you open Stefan Sherlock Holmes Academy of Investigators. So, you know.
No, it's not about that. It's a lot of people they're just talking, but there is a natural course of justice. People need to understand that.
Stefan, people missing the biggest bit here in this whole scenario.
Uh-huh.
And you see, all this protest shouldn't be nothing about this Joshua. Well, who want to protest? This should be about crime in the country. The killing, the shooting, the home invasion. Every single week it's supposed to have a protest like this in different areas. When we go see protests for the home invasion that continues in Pinal area, and when we go see the protests for
When the police invade a house. When the police invade the house.
You see what people are understanding. Right now, in this current climate, we have a national security system that is very edgy, that is very reactive. Everybody wants the police to react and stop the crime. But when they respond now, they have a problem with that. Look, recently, some idiot going to invade somebody's home. Police respond, they shoot him, they kill him. The fools and them who supporting the home invasion now talking about they should have shoot him in the ankle, they should have shoot him in the ears, they should have shoot him in the left finger, and all kind of dotishness. But the police went there to shoot him exactly there. But he was moving, so they couldn't shoot, they wasn't so accurate to get the target of the little finger or the toenail. They mistakenly shoot him in his head or his chest or something, and he suffered. Unfortunately, he died. Well, and this is how the police need to react. Why they don't realize that here what is we that have the police service in the state that they are in right now. If I was a police right now, with the kind of dotish people that have in this country, you know what I would have do? I would have give up my gun, sell whatever I need to sell from what the police service give me, and go and buy an old van and start to pick coconut and sell. Because that would be a better profession right now than to be a police in this country. Because there's have a set of dotish idiots in this country, like the set of them who was protesting there Sunday, where don't care about a 2-year-old getting killed, don't care about every single day you're hearing people shooting one another and killing them all over in the same community. I'm sure at least every one of them there knows somebody or related to somebody who got murdered in the country and didn't say nothing. But they have now this big set of investigation and what is right and wrong. If the police service don't get a complaint, they don't have no authority to go and investigate anything. So why do they go and file a complaint to the police service authority and say, hey, we want to investigate this, give them the resources, pay for the investigation, and say we want a report made public and for the population to know exactly what's going on. That's how the thing does work. You feel if I was an investigator, I just go in and say, okay, I hear somebody get chopped down in Cedras. Let me go and investigate it. No, the thing don't work so. So these idiots and them need to understand how processes take place, what needs to be done, and if they want information, like how you go file for a Freedom of Information Act, and you have to go and do that, the Freedom of Information Department don't just come and say, okay, look, I go and give information for everybody who want to know what's going on, and who get horn or who get horn or who are going on in the country. So people have to understand what it is we, as a citizen of this country, doing to cause the police and the protective service to react in that way. You understand? And look at that and start from there. And then you will see a whole different change in how we should be living in this country. Have a good morning, Stefan.
Nah,
Take care.
no problem.
Later, man.
I'll take one more. I could squeeze one. Let me see what goes on here. Hello, good morning. Yeah, morning. You said the police came out shooting? Yeah, but yeah, he didn't fire. Yeah, but no, hold on. Go back and watch the footage. We aired that footage last week. There is a lot of speculation about a shot coming from inside the vehicle that shattered the back glass. Not the back glass as in the rear view glass. I'm talking about the back seats. The back seat windows, right. The back seat window behind the driver, there appeared to be a shot that came through that window. Now, that shot was fired simultaneously with the police behind the vehicle who shot at the passenger seat. Right? Now, I do not know, nor can we see clearly if the shot came from inside the car or who fired the shot. If it was the girl firing the shot and it went through the passenger, the back seat glass, and she was firing at the police in the corner. But there was a police to the back, yes. But when that shot went off, the police fired almost simultaneously, and that is where the bullet went through the windscreen. Right? I am not here to play investigator or anything like that. All I'm saying to you is this. You're looking at the footage and you're seeing what most people would see, but at the end of the day, the one thing that nobody else is going to have any information on or be able to see is what was put before the DPP for him to make that decision. And I don't think the DPP is a madman. Well, that is only because that will be established when the evidence is laid out in the court, and that's what we have to wait on. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah, man. You too. All I'm saying to people as we go to the break and we get Eden Heights on, because we got to get them on, right? Look, all I'm saying to people is this. There are plenty questions, unanswered questions in this entire scenario that need clarity. There are questions as it relates to the police. There are also questions as it relates to Joshua Samaru and Kaya Sealy. So the same way that people are asking questions, why she was allowed to leave the country, how come they didn't have her under police guard, how come this, how come that, and all these things with the actual investigation. Okay, fine, that is fair. But if you could ask and question the police actions, then we also have to go back to the start. Like everybody forget at the start of this scenario. And the action started in Maloney. Who is this Douglas fella that he went to meet? That he had and by the way, he had a meeting with him before that, eh? I think they met somewhere in Curep before, by a bar. Right? And then some talk took place and to meet here and wherever, and went Maloney, and I don't know. And she is saying that the Douglas man jumped in the police vehicle and then listen, I don't know if it's a sting operation that was taking place. It's sounding like it could have been, like they was trying, like the police was trying to say that it was running a sting operation on him. I don't know, or her. Who knows? We don't know. So it have a lot of questions to be answered from the start of the incident that plenty people do have clarity on. Why you run from the police? Why you didn't stop? You understand? Where you was running for? It's a 12 to 20 minute chase, you know. That's a long, long time, you know. So, the same way that we could question the police and their investigation, we have to question everything that led up to that. But we're not in a position, and we could ask as many questions as we want, but we're not in a position to come up with the truth. Nobody is. Only the evidence that the DPP has been presented is going to give us evidence that we may not know about, is going to give a better picture of what may have taken place. Right? But we just need to stop jumping to conclusions at this point in time. This is a very sensitive issue. And like I said, there has been nothing wrong that has been done yet in the process. I'm not talking about the incident that occurred. The process leading up to her being charged, there is nothing that we could establish to be untoward or questionable. The police did exactly what the police are supposed to do. Investigate. Gather evidence. Right? Wait on the forensic report. Compile all of that. Take it to the DPP. And then the DPP reviews it. And if they didn't have enough evidence, the DPP would have say, listen, ole rock and come back again. Ole not enough. That is not enough. I can't direct Ole to do anything there. The evidence is lacking. And they just send the police back to get to see if they can strengthen the case. So whatever file that he has before him was strong enough for him to say, charge her. That is not a verdict. That is not a verdict. The verdict will be decided in a court of law where both parties will state their case. Defense will defend, prosecution will prosecute. And the judge and whomever will come up with a conclusion. And that's it. Right? So, let's see how it plays out. But for now, she's not guilty of anything. She ain't making no jail. She's going to be charged. But they ain't sentenced her to 25 to life. Anyway, we take the break. When we come back, Eden Knights will be with us. Somebody's asking if she's allowed to take a lie detector. Look, polygraphs can be beaten. They're not admissible in court because of that, because you could beat a polygraph. I think I could beat a polygraph easily. Easily. Right? So I wouldn't even go to a lie detector and all those things. Those things are irrelevant at this point in time. Let us wait and see what plays out. Okay? And if the Samaru family was not at the protest yesterday, that paints a little picture, because if that is your girl, and the family know your girl, they know she now. They know she from a long time. So regardless of whatever, I would have thought that there would have been a presence there yesterday. But having read the article that came out Sunday morning, it's very interesting that after that article came out and what they said there with what was presented to them by their attorney, it is very, very interesting that there was not a presence from them at the protest yesterday. Things to think about, but let's see how it plays out. We'll be back with Eden Knights.
Yours truly, Sonny Bling, most random man on the planet, inviting you to a weekend of fun and entertainment as we say, thank you, David. This weekend, it's all about paying tribute to King David Rudder. June 6th and 7th. Remember the days. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, David. See you there.
Thank you, David. Saturday, June 6th at Napa, Port of Spain. Sunday, June 7th at Sapa, San Fernando. 2 nights, 1 legend, countless unforgettable songs. Celebrating King David in his presence and performing some of his many hits include Roger George, KV Charles, Chrison Joseph, Terry Lyons, Adrian Filbert, Irvin Alves, Chuck Gordon, and many more. Legends need to be celebrated while they can still hear the applause. MC Sonny Bling. Tickets are only $250 and $300. Early bird tickets cost $50 less till the Saturday, May 23rd.
If stocks last, tickets available at islandetickets.com.
At Crosby St. James.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Tagarigua, Athletes by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight. Tiggermonkton Main Road. Paulini Drugs, San Fernando.
Mirage Westside Supermarket in Arima.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, David.
Welcome to Antigua Boss. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Boss. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to mass in Madadle.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
TT Bet Arena is your one-stop entertainment destination in Trinidad and Tobago. Bet on international sport with pre-game and live wagering, all with real-time odds. Enjoy live casino games, slot machines, plus American and English horse racing. With your phone or laptop, you can bet anytime, anywhere with fast, secure payments and TT dollars. Signing up is easy. Go to ttbetarena.com, create your free account, and make a deposit. Now you're ready for exciting entertainment and the chance to win extra cash or even a big jackpot. Visit us on Arapita Avenue in Woodbrook or on Milford Road in Crown Point, Tobago, where you can also watch and wager. To learn more, call or WhatsApp 494-0634 or 287-2128. TT Bet Arena, the #1 name in TNT for sports betting, casino games, and international horse racing.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, so we're back, and we are 10 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. We got Eden Heights with us at 15, so let's go. We're going to bring them in immediately. All right, Dr. Navarro, what's up? Good morning to you, man. Good morning. So what is he assume this morning? What are we talking about? What's the topic?
Good health means good circulation. So Dr. Thompson, we started the program and I will finish off the last maybe 7 or 5 minutes if I get that amount of time. You'll get that. All right. Well, go ahead. She's all yours.
All right. Well, good morning. Good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning, Stefan. Hope that you had a good weekend, by God's grace. And, of course, hope that everyone had a good weekend as well. Well, of course, looking at the topic of perfect health, it depends upon perfect circulation. All right. Now, once you have good blood flow to any of the extremities or to the organs, of course, these organs tend to function properly. So this is where the topic will actually stem into. Perfect health depends upon perfect circulation. And there's a lot of persons actually that has pains in the body. It could be knee pains, it could be back pain, it could be hip pains. It could basically be sometimes even a headache. It could be dizziness, it could be cramps. Of course, you'll realize all of these different things fall into circulation. And what is circulated is also very important, which is, of course, the blood. Right now, as the Bible basically tells us, the Bible actually tells us that, you know, the life of the flesh is in the blood. All right, so the blood is basically very important. That's why when persons come in, we do look at the blood so that we'll actually see what's going on with that particular person and see how to work our way around so that they would actually be able to have good health. All right, so every organ, let's say every muscle in the body, every tissue in the human body actually depends upon proper blood flow to carry things like your oxygen, your nutrients, of course, supporting the body throughout. So generally, you know, anybody that has like a burden in the circulation or anything that obstructs the circulation, right, they would actually get some serious warning signs. Right, sometimes you may get like stiffness in the face. That's a pain in the face area. That can actually lead on into somebody developing a stroke, or sometimes maybe get like heavy chest pains as well too. That could also lead on into maybe like heart attacks. So Basically, without proper blood flow, all right, there's a lot of complications that would generally take place. And the body gives warning signs, and we have to actually pay close attention to those warning signs. So blood is something that has to move consistently throughout the body, delivering those oxygen and the nutrients so that those tissues can actually live. Not only that too, of course, the importance of the blood is to remove waste products. If the blood is not flowing properly, then it's not going to remove the waste product that is actually coming into the system from either what you're eating, the breaking down of the cells, getting rid of impurities. So the body is consistently changing as we speak, right? So that's why we'll normally tell persons, you can reverse certain types of conditions that actually happen in the human body. For example, reversing of heart disease, reversing of things like clogged arteries, reversing diabetes, even things like cancers as well too, depends upon proper circulation as well too. For example, the tumor, a tumor is actually very intelligent when we look at it carefully. If there isn't a proper blood supply to that tumor, the tumor actually dies. So think of it that way. If a tumor is so intelligent, of course, the rest of the body will be also intelligent as well. And there has to be an intelligent creator that made this human body that way, right? So when your tissues become very stressed, you may see things like slow healing taking place. So a lot of persons who have wound on the leg itself, or little ulcers that form, that taking very long to heal, especially venous ulcers. Most of the time is improper blood flow to those areas, and they may be using certain types of foods that will actually slow down the blood flow. And there are many types of foods which we generally talk about on a day-to-day basis to different clients when they come into the clinic. And of course, you'll see some persons will have a decrease in energy. Persons may feel very tired, very heavy, stiffness, especially morning stiffness. If it is you're a person that is consistently, let's say, sitting down and not doing anything, you will be that person that will develop those different types of stiffness and pain and discomforts in the human body, right? So going back on the importance of circulation, right? So the body itself depends upon proper blood flow to reach to every tissue quickly and of course efficiently as well too, all right? Because the blood flow actually reaches, problem is sometimes it actually reaches very sluggish. So generally when persons have like sluggish blood flow or there's a restricted blood flow, they will experience the numbness, the swelling. I've heard persons of course experiencing things like cold hands, cold feet, and of course stiffness and all sorts of different discomfort. We also look at even the face, all right? We look at the face. The face actually supposed, or let's say the head area, supposed to generally be exposed because there's actually more blood flow to the head. You have actually more blood vessels to bring that blood flow to the head. So this is the area that is generally actually supposed to be exposed more than every other part of the human body. I always tell persons, those that suffer with coldness to the leg, if they actually just put on warm, long clothing, they will actually see how the circulation will actually improve in the leg area. Persons who wear very tight clothing, if it's very, very tight, it can actually affect the blood flow to those extremities. Now, we could actually share more on this, but of course, I want to bring in Dr. Navarro as he can basically complete this statement. Right now, if anybody want to get onto us at the clinic number, you can always call us on 493-9196, 493-9196. All right, so remember, anybody that has coldness in the leg, all right, try to get some warm clothing to the leg, and you'll actually start seeing a different over a long period of time. All right, so Dr. Navarro come in, and if I get 30 seconds later on, I'll share some.
Yes, so actually, thank you, Dr. Thompson. Actually, we have in our booklet, we have a booklet, of course, our diet plan. And of course, removal of certain foods that cause poor circulation, those foods are removed entirely. Dairy, sugars, animal protein, flour, all the processed refined foods. These foods are removed from our diet. Our plant-based diet, as you know, as he was talking biblical-wise, is the best diet when you're going to detox or cleanse the body. It works more efficiently, and it's quite effective in cleansing, because all the impurities and stuff that we face on a daily basis, we need to basically enhance circulation. Now we have some products, as I said, that we use, like for instance, L-arginine, proarginine, nattokinase, NAD, which has resveratrol, quercetin. These are some of the products that we use in the clinic to enhance blood flow. That is just to support the nutritional program, but treatments, the important treatments will be, for instance, the intravenous stuff that we do, like ozone, increases oxygen and the blood flow to the extremities, especially when people have neuropathy, diabetes, the extra oxygen. And of course, week by week, we increase the concentration of ozone. We usually start with a low dosage, and then week by week, we increase the concentration so that the blood flow becomes better and better. And then we have the HP, which is hydrogen peroxide intravenous, that we use in combination. So we would use either ozone 1 week and then hydrogen peroxide the next week. And this enhances blood flow to the organs, especially people who have a poor blood flow to the organs. We also have a machine called the DPA, Digital Pulse Analyzer, that shows the blood flow ratings to the head, chest, abdomen, and legs. So it will show the blood flow to these areas, so we can actually tell if the blood flow is poor. So a DPA, you can do a DPA if you're not sure about how your circulation is going, if you're getting chest pains. That's a very simple test, yet effective in showing the areas of blood flow. Now also, we have simple things in our recipes called Supertonic. A Supertonic has cayenne pepper, it has apple cider vinegar, it has onion, garlic, ginger. All these help to enhance the blood flow. As a simple recipe that you can get in the diet plan. We also have it available if you want to buy it already made. Also, in our arsenal, we also have the Soaky bed. Now, a Soaky bed is thermal heat. So when you lie down there for about 35 to 40 minutes, thermal heat moves the blood flow throughout the body. I remember a particular case where this girl had renal problems. And of course, she drank very little water. And when we hooked up the IV to her, the IV just stopped. Every time we hook it up in a different area, it stopped. So we decided to take her, put her in the Soaky bed for about, I would say about 35 minutes, take her out, hook up again, and the IV ran perfect without any problems. That shows you the increase in blood flow. And of course, areas of your legs. The areas of the legs is usually where the most, I should say the lack of blood flow is the most. Usually when we do the DPA, the other organs are fine, but the legs, there are always issues with blood flow to the legs, especially with diabetics or people who just have poor circulation or people who are not very active or sit a lot. You find that the blood flow to the legs usually is affected. And of course, with the combination of diet, supplementation, and treatments, we get the effectiveness of increasing the blood flow throughout the entire body, especially to the extremities. Of course, people will experience burning at the bottom of the feet or on the feet itself, and that's as a result of the blood flow is not reaching the nerves. And when the nerves don't get blood, first of all, you start to get tingling, little numbness, and then burning. That's to the extremity. when it reaches to the extremes, you get burning. That's why it's so important to be able to see these little issues happening. Tissue turns dark, starts to turn dark around the shins, the calves, the feet, the toes. You start to see changes in color, and that is an indication, of course, that there's issues with the blood flow. So when you're in the shower and you're bathing, just look down, watch your feet, watch your or in the mirror, and you can actually tell to see if there are issues. Sometimes the beginning you'll start to get simple little symptoms. You have to observe these little symptoms of tingling or cramps. Sometimes cramps in the legs. Those are signs of poor circulation. In terms of upper body parts, chest pains, you get, if it's hot, you're getting pain running down the left arm or the right arm, some depends. Pain in the middle of the chest, you get some stiffness in the jaw. These are all signs of poor circulation. So we need to be aware of these things. And of course, the live blood analysis, one of the good things about live blood analysis is that it picks up something. There are three issues in terms of blood flow. One is, of course, rouleau. The cells look like stuck coins. That is usually due to digestive issues and mental and physical stress. The other one is, remind me, Brian.
Erythrocyte aggregation.
Erythrocyte aggregation, thank you. Erythrocyte aggregation. That is due to too much fats, wrong fats and oils. And the most dangerous is thrombocyte. Thrombus means clotting. And the thrombocyte aggregation is, of course, when we pick it up, it is a serious condition. If not treated, it can lead to strokes and heart attacks. So we pick it up in the live blood analysis. A lot of people don't even know. When they come there, they're very unaware. I highlight it on the diet plan, on the blood work, showing them and say, if you don't deal with this could lead later on to a stroke or heart attack. That is from probably too much caffeine, animal protein, and that is a very serious thing. And we don't just leave it. We advise the patient that they need to deal with that. All right?
All right. It's interesting real quick here because I know we're out of time. You mentioned about under your feet.
Yes.
Boy, about a month ago, before I left for the first trip, I just go walking and things, so I do plenty walking, right? I started back today. And about a month ago, I started to feel like, the arc of your foot?
Yes.
Like a nerve, I don't know, boy, and it just, every now and then it just like relancing me, like, pulsing and a little pain now. They're laughing in the back. Yes, I'm getting old. I don't know if it's a circulation issue, but it definitely feels like it's a nerve issue. It's
Right.
not a muscle issue. It's feeling like it's a nerve, and I don't know what to do for that.
Well, of course, we spoke about all the changes that need to be made. Changing diet, of course, we usually change the diet because there are certain foods that create these circulations, even though you're exercising, Stefan, though you're exercising, there are people exercising and they're still getting problems with blood flow in their legs, understand? Because of the diet. Now, when you walk, all right, it's not just a walk on a simple, like going around about or something, or walking in a circle. A lot of people do that, and they're not even breaking a sweat. You have to challenge the cardiovascular system, and of course, when the legs work harder to pump, like if you're going up stairs or you're going up a hill, you're pushing blood to the extremities, right? And I always tell people, you need to challenge the cardiovascular system, especially the legs, if you have circulation problems. Many people, as a result, have joint pain, so they can't really exercise how they want to. That's another problem. But if you're walking on a daily basis and you're still getting this pain, it means then you have to watch what you're putting in here.
Okay.
Obviously, there are foods that's creating issues with your circulation, and it's early. It's starting early, right? Because when you start to get neuropathy pain, it is a horrible pain, and it is right through. People can't sleep at night. They get up in the morning, it's still there. You go to bed and it's still there because there's no blood reaching to the area of the nerves, especially the extremities. So if you're experiencing that, then you need to check yourself to see what is the problem. And of course, doing a blood analysis, we'll be able to evaluate your blood flow. We can also do a DPA because the DPA will reveal where the shortage of blood is lacking. And then of course, then you treat it, you know?
All right.
So this is something that you can do, you know, Stefan?
Right. All right. Well, thanks for the info. Fellas, well, until next week then.
Please God.
All right.
All right, man.
Yeah,
all
God
right.
bless.
Dr. Thompson and Dr. Navarro.
Yes,
Lovely.
keep the ball head shining. Make sure that.
Of course, of course. All right, fellas, later. All right, that's Eat Nights on the Inside. Dr. Navarro and Dr. Thompson, you can get in contact with them. Check them out. And we got to take our final break, and then we got some birthdays when we return. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Let's get it started. I say, whoa yo, all so come and take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Come let we party on the road. Take a jump and let we start it by the drum, let we start it by the drum. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Come let me party on the road. So let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere, welcome to
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion,
protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargav Ji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Barrel Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
So we're back, and we got a few birthdays, just 3 of them. So to start things off, we want to say happy birthday to the king of soca. That's right. No, not Marshall Montano, Super Blue. That's right. So Super Blue, big up yourself, my brother, and happy birthday to you. Hope you have a fantastic day, and may the good Lord continue to pour out his richest blessings upon you from your manager, children, grandchildren, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, friends and family. Hope you enjoy your day, and stay blessed, Super. Easy, man. Also, we got to say a happy birthday going out to Sage. That's right, Sage. And Sage and Elizabeth. Wait. Oh, no. Hold on. Right. Happy birthday going out to Sage. She watches Breaking Dawn while getting dressed for preschool. All right. And we want to wish her a happy belated birthday. She celebrated her 5th birthday on Sunday, yesterday. Love always. From Mama Karen, Papa Terrence, Mom Emily, Dad Roseanne, Auntie Kim, Uncle Keishan, and cousins Alex and Avi. All right? So happy birthday going out to Sage. All right, cute. Off to preschool you go. And finally, happy birthday going out to... Hold on. Okay, we didn't get her name. Jess, commonly known as Mom. So happy birthday to the mother of Sid and Varia, the wife of Jai, and grandmother of Sidira and Kira. So happy birthday to Mom. All right, pick up yourself. Nice man. Nice Grenada there. Yeah, Grenada in the background there. Lovely, lovely place. All right. So that's it for today, people. Tomorrow we will engage again. Let's see what happens in the land of the happening. And until then, do have a safe day. We out.